What's up, this is Eternal Electronics, and we have a surprise today. Although if you've seen the thumbnail for this video, you probably already figured out what we have. So while I start unwrapping, let me just give you a quick reminder to go ahead and subscribe if you don't already. I'd really appreciate it, and it helps motivate me to keep making more videos. With that little sales pitch for my own channel out of the way, let's open it up and take a look. And as you've guessed, this was sent over by MyArcade. It looks like they even threw in some nice retro glasses. Anyways, we're here for one thing, and that's the brand new Atari Gamestation Go. So let's pull it out and take a quick look at the box and the packaging and see what you can expect when you find one in the store. And it's advertised with 200 plus games, and surprise, they're not all Atari. When we spin the box around, you can see a few more of the features, like the ability to plug it into your TV and play on a large screen format with the HDMI output. Then when we flip it back around to the front, it actually opens up to give you a preview of some of the different games that are included inside. Now if you'd like, you can pause and try to zoom in and take a look at some of these different games, but I'm going to turn on the game system and show you what they look like in the game here in just a minute if you want to hang around. I know what you're thinking. Enough talk already. Let's open it up and take a look at what's inside. We're first greeted with some pretty thick foam padding to keep it safe during shipping, but let's go ahead and rip that out of the way and see the handheld for itself. And I honestly gotta say, I love the overall look of this thing. Of course, down here on the bottom left, we have a trackball. Then just above that, we have our D-pad controller. And at the very top left, we have our spinning paddle, which doesn't have a stop. It freely spins as much as you want in any direction, which is great to see. Over on the bottom right, we have our number pad, and then above that, the A, B, and X, Y buttons. Taking the walk around to the back side of the game console, looks like there are two USB-C ports, so you can hook up controllers to play for multiplayer mode. Then up top you have your headphones, your volume control, HDMI output, charging port, micro SD card slot, and the power and home reset button. And thankfully, they put some swells on the back to make it a little bit easier to hold on to for larger hands. As for the rest of the box, let's open it up and take a look at what's in the packaging underneath the game. And of course we have some ads, and this one is interesting because it shows some different controller options that'll be coming soon in the future for the Atari Gamestation Go. And these also include all the unique controllers built into one. Below that we have our cables. It looks like an extra long HDMI cable, which is nice, and an extra long power cable as well. Finally, this little red box on the side has a few more advertisements for other products that are made by MyArcade, as well as a certificate of authenticity and your instructions. Now let's get to the fun part. I'll show you the startup so you have an idea how it works when you get one. And there we are at the main menu. Looks like first up we have on here the Atari Recharged catalog, conventional Atari games, Balls of Steel, Pac-Man, Jelko, Pico, and of course the settings menu. Let's take a look in at the Atari Recharged, and it looks like it's included Asteroids, Berserk, Breakout, Centipede, and Missile Command. Let's go ahead and click on Breakout. Take a look at how it plays. If you'll notice, only the controls that you use for the game light up, which makes it nice and easy. And the paddle on here is actually nice and smooth. Now this one, unlike the original, you have some pretty cool little power-ups that you can get. And it'll do different things like give you a blaster to shoot with, slow down the speed of the ball, give you predictive paths of where the ball is going to travel. And just a bunch of other unique features to make it a little different than the original. But of course the original one is on here as well. Alright, if we hit the menu button, pop right back. And let's take a look at the conventional Atari games. I like that they have a feature for recent games played and favorites that you can add, and multiplayer in case you want to play with your friends. So we have M-Network games, Atari arcade games. We'll scroll through some of these. This little menu here I think is really nice because it shows up for all the games on here and gives you an idea of what kind of game you're going to be playing. And I'm not going to stop and pause for everything, so if you want to, go ahead and pause the video. If you want a closer look at what games are included on here, there's the Atari 7800 games, 5200 games, and the 2600 has a really long list. So again, I'll just scroll through these quickly. That way I don't bore you with 20 minutes of stopping on every single video when I know that's not what you want. Down at the end of the list, it looks like Yar's Revenge. Now I want to show you something with multiple controls. As you can see here, you can do it with either style control. First you put in credits, then you can hit start, pick which one you want. As you can see, I can use the trackball, the D-pad. Oh, there we go, we're starting. To a quick death. Try with the trackball. Trackball is definitely more sensitive. It does take a little while to get used to, but honestly it's not bad. Once you get familiar with the trackball, you can still control the games pretty well. Now Centipede was never one that I was specifically good at, but as you can see, the trackball, it is sensitive, but once you get used to it, it's really not bad. Alright, back to the menu. And we'll take a look at Balls of Steel.
Taste my steel. It's gonna get us! Report for duty. You're doomed. Go kill some aliens. Watch out for spiders. Taste my steel.
So, obviously some different games in here. Let's check out Dark Side just to give you kind of an idea of how that plays and what it looks like. With this one, you're going to use these top buttons up here. You can see they're lit up now for your bumper control.
We're going in. Shields up.
And there's different menu settings on here. I have it set to track the ball quickly, which moves around really fast. You can change it to where it lets the ball move more instead of keeping it centered. And it just depends on what works best for your eyes. So I have scroll hard. Let's see what scroll soft looks like. And with this one, it doesn't move around quite as violently, but the ball, I don't know, personally I think it's a little easier to track it on the hard mode or the fast mode. But it's nice that you can adjust it to whatever you prefer. Check out our other options here. Pac-Man was added, which is nice. There's Classic, Speed Up, and the Atari 2600 mode, which I recently covered. Joco had some great games. Bases Loaded was one that I played with friends all the time back in the day. They have 8-bit, 16-bit options, and arcade. And I'll scroll through some of these, and you can of course pause if you want to see them a little closer. But still have the menu to show what they look like, which is nice. And then the final category is Pico. Got our 8-bit games, our 16-bit games. Top Racer was a good one. And then of course arcade. So all in all, I like this little thing. It's got a lot of nice features. Having the ability to use trackball, paddle, everything all together in one unit, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely unique from anything else they've made before. Of course, you have the kickstand, so you can set it up. If you want to play with a remote, you can do that. Plug it into your TV through the HDMI output. And an SD slot in case you want to do any tinkering of your own, which I know a lot of people are already doing. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and follow for more.